I'm back. It's your girl Crush. Back with another episode of Podcast Crush. Real people, real topics, real talk. Today, I got Cool V on the show. We're gonna be getting into some topics concerning politics. I would like to call it a healthy debate because I remember the last time me and V had a little debate on Facebook about politics. It was pretty interesting. We're gonna talk about music. We're gonna talk a little bit about relationships and women and men and the value of them and a little bit of everything. All right. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to the end of this video because this show is gonna be fire. What's up, V? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Chris? How you doing? It's been a minute. What's up?
I know, right? So
Yeah,
tell the
what's
people a
good?
little bit about you before we can get into these topics. Who
I
are
ain't
you?
got. I'm not that important of a person. I'm just a person who kick up a little dust here and there, on Facebook. But back in the days, I used to be in the music industry. I used to work for Gerald Levert in the late '90s, going before the 2000s. And I am from the Bronx and Harlem, both uptown. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a neighborhood where hip hop started. All the founding fathers of hip hop, those are my big bros. Um, I'm a professional fighter and
Yep.
hardcore, hardcore hip hop critic. And I'm into politics. I'm into politics heavy. Been into politics heavy all my life. Being that I grew up in a household with an uncle who was a Black Panther, who was a college professor who taught
Mm.
social sciences and African American history. So as
Wow.
you can imagine, yeah, as you can imagine, being in that household with that man who had that background, whenever he made his curriculum up for the year, I was the guy who got his curriculum first. So when I was
Mm-hmm.
in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh grade, basically I should have been in college. I'm not trying to say I'm some genius or something like that. But when it comes to this stuff, I'm like far ahead where I'm just looking at something that's just so crystal clear to me. And I see other people of color and they just not getting it. But
Mm.
talk about it.
Yeah. So would you consider yourself like an activist, somewhat?
At times now, right now, at my age, I should be more with the environment, the way, especially with how hot it is right now, especially for us.
Yeah.
And I realize how hot it is for us right now. Is basically I haven't been in the '60s. I grew up in the '70s. I know I look
Mm.
at mid '70s. I missed the '60s. So all I can go by what I was told in the videos I see. But actually, some of the rallies I've been to, some of the protests I've been to, they they look just like them videos from back in the days. Like for instance,
Mm-hmm.
I live right now where I live at is about 5 minutes at the courthouse, the Supreme Courthouse here. I live in North Carolina right now, and there's a courthouse about 5 minutes from me. It's the Supreme Court. There's a large Confederate statue that's erected right in front of the courthouse, and there's a
Mm.
Confederate a soldier. Um, our, our sheriff, the sheriff, literally, his name is Terry Johnson. He's literally a Klansman, literally. I know he doesn't say it, but we all know that he's literally a Klansman. I live 15 minutes and 25 minutes away from the two largest clan bases in the U.S. And what I want people to understand is, although you don't know this, you don't need an application to be a Klansman. Your thinking, the way you talk, the way you talk to people, or your affiliates and your lifestyle, it'll make you a Klansman. And if you ask me, I say the Klan is in. tens of millions, not thousands like other people. They gone. No, they're here. They're here. And if you look around in politics, you go Florida right now. You go Florida, you got that Governor DeSantis. This
Mm.
dude, he has he has policies that literally attack African Americans. Florida became a red state, I would say, in 2000 when Bush became president. But if you look at it, Florida was a blue state, and it would be a blue state right now. But it was a blue state back
Mm.
then. They threw out so many African American votes, and that pushed Bush over the top. And if you look at Florida again, as far as how they vote, like for instance, if I was to go to prison, right, and when I come home and I want to vote, I can't just go vote.
Mm.
What I have to do is fill out a paper, application. This application will literally go not to just any office; it will go to the person who will give me my voting rights back, right? Then
Okay.
he'll send me some sort of affidavits that's telling me, okay, we got your application, and you will be able to vote in 7 years after I decide if I want you to vote or not.
Wow.
So
So you
yeah,
would
that's how
so
that
you
goes.
have to go and fill out an application to see if you can vote. And after they give you a decision, you have to wait for 7 years to
Yeah,
actually
something like
vote
that.
again.
Yeah, and then when 7 years is up, he when they let me tell you what they're doing. They actually literally not giving African Americans back their vote. So this is why you see Florida being red so much. You know how many people of colors out in Florida? You know how many African Americans in Florida? Do you think that go to Florida and you look around? Everywhere you go, you will see African Americans. That's one of the states that got the most African Americans in this country. It would be blue. So you got
Mm-hmm.
this guy and all the people that he put in the office. They cater to his agenda, and his agenda is attack African Americans. Just put them in jail. Here go one right here. He
Cool.
after DeSantis after the election, DeSantis when he first became governor. At the election, he had put together a committee to file paperwork, to look at who was voting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't do it in any areas. He did it in areas where there was large population of African Americans. And so what they found was you had African Americans who didn't know they couldn't vote. Like for instance, that office I was telling you about, well, we'll let you know if you
Mm-hmm.
can vote. They actually sent people letters back saying, well, you're going to be able to vote. These people went out and voted. They came back and said, no, you wasn't supposed to vote. We were supposed to tell you when to vote. We said you can vote, but we didn't tell you when to vote. And they
What?
actually started, yeah, look it up. Yeah, and they put these poor people in prison for 5 years. You know, you go to prison for minimum 5 years when you vote when you're not supposed to.
No, I didn't know that.
That's everywhere. Yeah. So this is happening all around the country. When it comes to these Republicans in these red states, they literally aggressively going after African Americans trying to get us not to vote. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing to look at.
So, this is a presidential year, right? Uh, did you watch the a State of Address last night?
Yes, my man Biden, yo, he laid it down. He laid it down. I didn't think he was gonna come out like that. He came out swinging. He came out lively, aggressive. He touted what everything that he did during his presidency. Well, he did actually a fucking great job if you ask me so far as a president. Um, he fixed the economy, which I knew was going to happen. Because every Democrat that come into power, the president that comes up, they always have to fix the economy back. What else he touted? He touted, what he did. He expanded Obamacare with the prescription drugs, and he did a few other things. He tried to they tried to pass a border bill, but you know that dude Trump, he told them other dudes don't support it, which is crazy to me because they never had a bill like this ever before, ever before. The stuff that's in that bill is like it's strictly it's like a Republican bill. It's
Mm.
literally nothing really that Democrats want. They wanted this bill, but they didn't want it happening under Biden. So politics for these people. But yeah, he had a
So
great speech.
you don't have any concerns as far as his health or mental capacity?
The man is getting older, of course. He's sharp. He's just a little slower as far as his slurs and stuff go, but I don't have no worries with that. If he dies, guess what? We have a sister as a president. What's the problem?
No problem. As far as Kamala Harris, how do you feel about her? Do you feel like she should be out in the forefront a little bit more? Do you think they give her as much uh or responsibility
I mean,
wise
how many
as they
how
would
many
give
vice presidents have you seen in the forefront?
not
Just think about
forefront,
that.
but like what not even forefront, but it's like I feel like I seen more of Michelle Obama doing Barack Obama's term than
Yeah,
I
what
see
about
Kamala. I don't really see her, but I'm not saying that she's not making no changes or doing anything. I'm just saying that
okay?
maybe I'm not looking in the right places or
Yeah,
some.
you're
I
not.
don't know.
You're not. Just you can probably these days you can follow go on their Twitter pages or whatever pages and you can see what she's doing. She's doing enough. She's doing actually she's probably doing more than any vice president that I've ever seen or heard of. And because she's the first. She's the first
Yeah,
female, the
which is
person of
beautiful.
color. Yes, and so she's been doing a lot. And of course, them Klansmen and neo Nazis and Fox News and ONN and Newsmax, these people, they've been covering her negatively the entire way. So she's
Yeah,
been
I've
on her
seen
P's
some
and
things
Q's.
that was a little bit unfair and unjust about her too. Like the lady can't have a birthday party. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, well,
Like
they
they
gotta
just be dragging it.
yeah. They're fucking. That's how I see it. Um, that entire party basically is their whole agenda is just to fuck over African Americans and other people of color. And which is why I don't understand how they even have any people of color that support them. Just look at their stations. If you go to Fox News, and if you just sat there and watched it 24 hours, they have a few African Americans working on the show. You would notice if you continue to watch this, you would notice that these African Americans hate African Americans. They don't even like African Americans that don't, what I'm saying, that like African Americans or fight for African American causes. Not seriously, they just
No,
don't.
seriously,
They really don't.
seriously.
And then if you really look at all the Republicans and the African American, I mean, yeah, Republicans African American. Just look at the difference between African American Democrats who have, let's say, a Caucasian counterpart, right? Like in New York, we had our mayor actually, the De Blasio. His wife was African American. So what does he do? He has African American children. He has two daughters. So what he did was
Right.
put in front of Trump Tower. He made the street Black Lives Matter Boulevard. You see what I'm saying? He
Uh huh.
understands. He understands what it is to have family or a wife. That's a person of color. Now, if you go to Republican African Americans who have a Caucasian counterpart, these people they literally hate African Americans. Their whole agenda. You can just go to Fox News and ONN and Newsmax, and you listen to these African Americans. They talk just like a Klansman. You know,
So,
they have
um, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. You would never see any of them. Let's see, try to endorse Black Lives Matter Boulevard. They talk shit about it. Actually, I can see Candace Owens right now. looking at her husband. Her husband literally is a white supremacist. He if you go to his he's what's that bright not Brightball, she works with Brightball, but he had her Candace Owens' husband owns a very racist website. I forgot the name of it. Damn.
I know
If
what
you
you're
can
talking
pull it
about.
up,
I know
yeah.
what you're
So if you
talking
pull it
about.
up, it's like the home of neo Nazis and Klans. Oh, I'm dead serious. I could see her being at home talking like, "Yeah, Daddy, put that pointy hood on. Come over here and get this bed with." I could see her walking over the stairs. No, I'm dead serious. I don't see
So how you
her.
feel about
You
Trump
know,
running again?
okay. So if people don't, if you listen to me already, I ain't really getting to a lot of details because it's just too much. But people pay attention, and I'm a little nervous because there's far too many African Americans that support him, especially men. But the African Americans that do support this dude, the one thing that's consistent that these either drug dealers, gangbangers, or uneducated people. So no, seriously, I'm dead serious. So the odds is they may not go vote, but some of them do. Some of them
Yeah.
actually say, "I never voted before, but I'm gonna vote for Trump." I'm like, look at this motherfucker. Wow, this dude got a fucking flag in his pocket, and he's throwing up his gang signs. No, how slow can you like just take a gun and shoot yourself in the head, B? But that's just me, man. I I don't think they understand that we at war. We are. I was just telling this dude on Facebook actually before I got here. We was going back and forth. I ain't gonna get into the the prolong topic, but some topic of what we talk about. But this guy was so pro Trump that when I said, "Yo, what you gonna do when they get that race war that they've been asking for?" He's like, "I don't know."
Wow.
That's it. Yes, I was like, "Whoa," and I was like, "That's why if they do," and I think that it's a large chance that it does happen. I want to say it happened in the whole country, but it's going to happen in parts of this country.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start getting at these African American Trump supporters because what I'm gonna do? You my enemy now. You with them. You chose.
So in this great country of United States of America, everyone has their own rights, whether right or wrong. V. This is a free country of people who have free speech and their own mind and own feelings. I can't hear you. Your audio, you sound like a robot. I don't know.
Me? Can
Oh,
you
there
hear
you
me?
go. Yeah, I can hear
All
you.
right. I cut my headphones off. All right, listen. All right, so I just want to be clear on your question about, you said the freedom. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so all I'm saying is, because we about to run out of time, we got a few more minutes to go, but I just wanted to say that personally, you have to give people their own space to think and believe what they want to think, whether it's right or wrong, right? You being the type of person that's going to try to correct people and tell people the right way. You about to get into it with everybody on Facebook that
Listen,
says so about a conservative party.
no, because it's a lot of them just don't understand. They're not getting it. They're not understanding. Remember what I told you in the beginning. My upbringing. I understand. It's clear as day. I could give you the background on why. Why would African Americans today support a party that started the Ku Klux Klan? Because a lot of people are like this. Well, do you know they started the Klan? Yeah, we know that. Everybody's supposed to know that. But do you know why they changed or how the parties got switched? Because if you don't know that, then shut the fuck up. And usually the motherfuckers don't know that part. They don't know that civil rights leaders back in the days had no answer
to stop the filibuster. So some smart grassroots civil rights leaders said, you know what? Let's go into the Democrat Party and break them up. Let's all just sign up as Democrats. This way, they can't break it up because we have our own senators and all lawmakers. So it worked. It worked. And then like a few years later, these Dixie cracks, these Democrats, these fucking racist ass motherfuckers, they said, wow, you know what? What we're gonna do is leave the Democrat Party and we're gonna become Republican. This is how we're gonna counter this shit. And we're gonna start doing the same shit we've been doing as Republicans. And it's been like that ever since. So a lot of people don't understand it. They're just like, oh, well, how do it switch? How do they switch? Well, that's how they switch. It
So,
literally
as far as I was
literally.
concerned,
What?
like, so the civil rights movement is what moved the Democratic Party forward. But, like, I feel like now, so to speak, it's not so much as on a positive level as it was back then. So that might be a disconnect for some of the people. But I mean,
Well,
like I said,
because
I'm not as deep into it as you. So I don't
okay,
know
well,
like all the ins and
let
outs.
me tell you why. If you look at Democrats, they don't know how to project themselves. Yo, these Republicans, they smart as fuck. They're strategists. They go for the long. They playing chess. Democrats playing checkers. You see what I'm saying? They knew 25, 30 years ago that they was on in Roe versus Wade. But they said,
Yeah.
we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them little small part pieces. You know what I'm saying? So they doing what they said they was gonna do. You know, so that's what that is.
Okay. So we at the end of the show. It was good having you. Thank you for coming
You
to
did.
talk politics with us today. We didn't get into all the other stuff, but that's okay. I'll have you back on, and
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
get you
yeah.
back on here. We'll chop it up next time. But I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming out. And
All
until
right.
next time, guys, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yeah, be easy. Yeah, be easy. All right, Krush.
All right.